I'm Jim Gardner, for those of you that I haven't met. I'm the Vice President of Government Relations for Sunflower, and Jean wanted to be here this morning, but she's over representing us at the Topeka State meeting, doing all the hard work to keep us going here in Lenexa, so she'll be gone all day, but I was thankful that Jackie asked me to help kick off the meeting this morning. I wanted to say a couple of things about this United Way campaign. Obviously, Centene has a rich history of helping the communities where they do business, and that's in St. Louis to the 18 states that we operate in. We have a strong tradition of giving back to the communities that we serve in, and so I want to encourage everyone. I know this morning you probably should have gotten an email that allows you to do an electronic pledge. I want to encourage everyone to take a look at that. And Centene matches every dollar that we give. The company will match it 50 cents. So it's a very good way to give money to the community and make a difference. There are about 148 agencies here in the greater Kansas City area that benefit from this program through United Way. And I got on this morning just to go down through the list, and challenged all of you to do that and look at all the different organizations that are on that list that's either touched your life or someone you know's life. Especially for me, when I look down the list, being able to Meals on Wheels program. I had elderly grandparents back in East Tennessee where I grew up that wasn't able to be there with them, but were able to benefit from getting a warm meal once a day. And I think one of the statistics that Jackie listed out was, for $10 a week, United Way can provide 3 homebound seniors with hot meals each week. And as you know, there's plenty of people in our community that can benefit from that. But whether it's a program, Big Brothers Big Sisters is one of the agencies that I've been involved with and volunteered with, and everyone knows the great work that they do. Boys and Girls Club, and again, I'm just listing the ones that touched my life, and I want you all to look at that as well. And the American Cancer Society. All of us have family members and friends that have suffered with that horrible disease, and a lot of the funding that they're able to do and go towards research comes from funding they receive from United Ways all over the country. So there's plenty of opportunity to help those less fortunate than us, and so I hope that you'll take the pledge seriously. Again, us being a new company, having been in business less than a year, we obviously want to make a good impression and be a good partner here in the Kansas City area. So, I'll leave anything out, Jackie, that you...
That was perfect.
Oh, okay. Thank you. But this morning we're going to hear from Julie Terry. She's with the United Way of Greater Kansas City. She's going to tell you a little bit more about some of the programs and what your investment means in the community. We've got a short film, and one of our beneficiary agencies, Renee Miller's here from Head Start of Shawnee Mission, right? So hope you'll really consider getting involved and helping your fellow citizens. So Julie, you want to take over?
Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for having us here today. I'm just going to give you a little bit of background about United Way. So all the money that's raised in Kansas City, in the greater Kansas City community, stays in Kansas City. We actually cover a 5-county area specific to our region right here, and it's Cass, Platte, Clay, Jackson, and Johnson. And so again, all the money is raised and stays here. Nothing goes back to a corporate office, and so that's a huge benefit for the United Way and for our community. Today we passed out some of the brochures, so I'll just talk about some of these. The first one is Return on Community Investment. And so we actually focus on 3 building blocks for a quality, better life, and those happen to be education, income, and health. So all of the programs that we fund are specific to education, income, and health, and this just breaks down how much in 2013 we allocated to our 140 agency partners that are our nonprofit agencies. And for education specifically, we are funding $10.4 million in programs for education. Income is $7.5 million, and then health is $14 million. So you can kind of just see how that breaks down. And one thing that we're really proud of as a nonprofit agency is that, and we're very transparent, all the money, every dollar that's given to us, we actually keep 11 cents because we too have a business to run, and that is for our overhead administration costs, which is exceptionally low considering that the national average is 24 cents, and the Better Business Bureau states that a nonprofit can actually keep 36 cents of every dollar, and so we're very fortunate that we've got extremely low overhead costs. And at the bottom, one way that we keep our costs so low is because we have over 2,000 volunteers every single year that helps us with all of our initiatives, and that alone saves us about $230,000. The next page is really just our work, and so I'll specifically talk about some of our programs. I know you guys are probably more interested in the health component, but one exciting program under education that is brand new for us this year, which is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. I don't know if anybody has heard about it. We've been on the cover of the Kansas City Star in the last couple of weeks. But what it is, for every child that is from birth to age 5, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library is giving a book every single month to the child in their home. So we mail out these books. That is 60 total books over the course from 0 to 5 for any kid that enrolls in our program, and it's free to that child. We know the importance of education, and statistics show that if by the age of 5, when kids enter kindergarten these days, if they're not already reading, then they're behind. And so we're very excited to launch the Dolly Parton Imagination Library in Kansas City. We're starting in 5 neighborhoods with the goal of distributing 1,500 books the first year, and then by the 5th year, we're hoping to actually mail out 5,000 books. And we were told that Dolly Parton is coming to Kansas City to perform a concert next October at the Kauffman Center. So we're really excited about this educational program. We also focus on programs that are specific for income. One of our programs is our Decade of Difference. It's geared towards kids that are 16 to 26. We call them at-risk or opportunity youth. And for whatever reason, life circumstances, they had to drop out of high school and didn't get their diploma, so they don't have a GED, and they're not able to go on to post-secondary education. And so our Decade of Difference program allows kids to enroll in our program. We help get them their GED. Once they do that, we place them in a 16-week paid internship program, and we also do a matched savings account, which is 8 to 1. If they save $100 to start their account, we will match it with $800, and that helps them save for post-secondary education. So we're excited about that program. And then under health specifically, has everyone in the room heard of United Way 211? A few people have. Well, what United Way 211 is, it's an information resource call center that's located in Independence, and it's funded by United Way. 211 is almost in every single city, and it's for any time life happens to all of us and we're really not sure what the resources are. And you can actually call United Way 211. It's a phone number similar to 411 or 911. It's free, it's confidential, it's 24 hours, 7 days a week, and it's for basic needs and health and human services. So any possible question that you could possibly think of, United Way 211 would be your information resource center. We actually take all the resources that are available in the entire Kansas City area. We have about 9,000 resources in our database. And so the number one reason right now that we're getting calls, or the highest call volume, tends to be utility assistance, because it's either high heat in the summer and people don't plan accordingly. And so we offer utility assistance, rent assistance. If you know someone who's been recently diagnosed with cancer or heart disease, anything that you could possibly fill in the blank for, that is exactly what United Way 211 is. So we passed out a little business card to carry in your wallet, and there's some other factoids and information on these pages.
I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
You mentioned the counties that you cover and you don't cover Wyandotte.
Wyandotte actually has a separate office, and so that is, so yes, and we've reached out to the people that live in the Wyandotte area.
So we can still direct the Wyandotte residents to call 211 and it would connect them with any local resources.
Yes, in fact, for 211 specifically, we actually cover a 23-county area, and that does include Wyandotte. That's the call center for Wyandotte as well.
Is there a way to get a list of what counties that covers?
It's actually on one of the pages. I think it's like the 4th page in your packet, and it lists United Way 211 and all the counties that they cover.
Great, thanks.
The next page is really just what your gift provides that Jim alluded to. And so if you give $5 a week, $10 a week, or $25 a week, it really just shows you exactly how some of your money could be spent by your gift, which we greatly appreciate. And then all of our programs are listed on the next page, the building blocks for a good life. And so one of our newest ones under health happens to be the Veterans Alliance. We've realized through our great work with United Way 211 and also community conversations with the VA hospital that I actually got to participate in about 2 months ago, we sat down with about 200 veterans just to understand what resources are available for them in the community and what perhaps we could do better to actually be a convener of resources for them. So we're starting a new relationship with the veterans so that they know what every single resource is available for them, and it will be listed on our United Way 211 site. And you can, instead of calling, if you don't want to call, a lot of times people don't like to call and ask for help, you can also log on to unitedwaygkc.org 211, and all the information is available online as well. And so next, I actually would like to go ahead and turn it over to Renee Miller, who is our speaker from Head Start, and she's going to talk about a story.
Yes. Well, I want to thank you all for letting me be a part of your day today and letting me talk to you about the impact that United Way has on our program, the families that we serve, and our community. And our program is located just 5 minutes from here. We're just west of downtown Overland Park, and we provide an early childhood education program. We provide comprehensive services to more than 200 poverty-level children, their birth to age 5, their families, and expectant mothers. We are funded in part through United Way, and we could not do what we do for the children and the families that we serve without the support of United Way. Dollars pledged through United Way truly do make a difference in the lives of others here in our community. And your dollars help families like Sarah and her daughter. The families that we serve, like Sarah, are truly in need. Sarah started with our program as an enrolled expectant mother. And she's been through a lot, more than any young mother should be. While pregnant with her second child, she suffered a devastating loss, the loss of her firstborn, a situation where a local daycare was found negligent. Enrolled in our program, though, Sarah had access to the comprehensive services that we provide to expectant mothers. And one of the first things that we did, we connected her to counseling services so that she had the support she needed as she dealt with the grief of the tragic loss that she experienced. In addition, expectant mothers in our program have regular home visits from our family educator. So each and every week we have a staff person with her, talking with her, and for families in poverty who often feel isolated, they may not have immediate family or friends to help. Our staff connection sometimes can be a lifeline for the families that we serve. So besides the benefit of having a caring Head Start professional working with her, we had opportunities to educate and share information with her about healthy pregnancy. We worked with Sarah, we checked in with her, making sure she was doing her prenatal visits. We provided information on healthy eating and nutrition, on the developmental stages of her pregnancy. We talked to her about breastfeeding, the importance of that, and about childbirth preparation. And doing all this, working one-on-one with her, we also connected her to community resources, which included connecting her for classes so that she could continue her education. And there were so many ways that we worked with her as she worked on her path to self-sufficiency. I'm happy to say today Sarah is doing well. She's working. She even has a part-time business of her own. She attends our parenting classes, and really she's just busy balancing being a working mother with a very busy preschooler. And her daughter, well, she's enrolled in our preschool program. She's darling. I wish you could see her. I remember when she was learning to count, she would say 1, 2, 3, 5. She always forgot 4. It took a while. But she can count now, and she can do lots of other things because our agency is charged with getting children ready for kindergarten. So that's what she's doing, and she's having fun with her friends each and every day while she's doing that. Though never imagining that she would be in the situation that she was, Sarah found herself there and needing help. And help to families is where our program comes in. It's where United Way comes in with its building blocks that focus on income, education, and health. And truly, it's where friends like you come in. Your contributions help so many programs in our community who in turn help individuals and families who are struggling. And we are local agencies that assist infants through the elderly. We often work together helping these families, which can even stretch contributions. Our recent United Way funding has been over $110,000 spread over the last several years. And this funding, it supports our early childhood education program. It helps support our comprehensive family services that focus on health, nutrition, mental health, parent training, social services. We were even able to open one additional preschool classroom with the funding from United Way. We would not have been able to do that. And it has helped with us serving children that are on our wait list. If you think about it, a lot of things have changed since 1965. But one thing that hasn't is the need for our program in our community and the need for United Way to support other agencies like us. Now, maybe more than ever, between 2000 and 2010, the number of people living in poverty in Johnson County grew 134%. There are nearly 12,000 children right here in our county living in poverty today. In closing, it is very humbling to be here representing a mother like Sarah. But I want to extend a sincere thank you on behalf of all the families and all the children that we serve. Thank you for your support to United Way. I hope that you can give to United Way, whether through dollars or through volunteering. You're truly making an impact. And I want to thank you for letting our program be a part of your day.
We just have a short video from United Way that really just showcases some of our programs and our beneficiaries that receive funding directly.
Sorry. If you want to watch the video, you can come over here. Okay, this might be really loud or really quiet.
So you guys are brothers, right? Yeah. That's a lot of bad news. We got robbed 2 summers ago. There was a boy that got caught on fire that was from our school. One of the kids, we got shot the other day. 5 times. Crazy act up.
I'm Crystal Rice. I am the Youth Service Director at Whatsoever Community Center. It's a small nonprofit, so you kind of do a little bit of everything. Most of the kids, most of them are low income, some families are not as supportive. I'm very fortunate because the families I work with kind of adopt me. I get to be part of their kids growing up.
It's fun. We play basketball, get on the computers. Like, they pull off so many things there. Like, when you want to put a project together and you want to travel somewhere, we do it.
For all that they've been through in their home life, they have really come out with a pretty good head on their shoulders.
I think a lot has changed. I fit in for once.
United plays a huge part in the center. Obviously, a big part is funding, but it's not just funding. It's a lot of the programs that they offer. They provide support and support the infrastructure so that we could be a better organization. I know it wouldn't be the same without them.
Oh man, it was rough. I kind of had a lot of family problems, a lot of violence, and it wasn't a good environment really. I had dropped out of school. I wasn't thinking about going to school. I didn't care, But then I found out I was having a son. I started thinking like, dang, I might be just like my dad. Like, I swear, that's my exact thoughts. I want to have memories for my son to be able to say, oh, my dad took me here, my dad took me there, my dad took me nowhere. And I want my son to have it.
When I was 16, my mom had decided that taking 60 pills and leaving suicide note was a good idea. If I hadn't to come home, she would not still be here, but that's when I moved out. I don't want to let my past bring me down because it'll make things in the future harder. So if I keep a positive outlook on everything, then I'm more likely to take whatever comes at me in a more positive light.
My son's mom, her cousin, he was in Project Rise too. He told me about the program. You study and you take the test, you get better.
We've done finance classes at school, but they did a really good job of applying it to real life.
You don't get that often. You don't really get people that actually sincerely want to help you, They're not reaching their hand out asking me for anything. They're actually reaching their hand out trying to give me, so I really appreciate that. I'm grateful for that.
Life was excellent for Adam. We had a great neighborhood with lots of kids. His teachers liked him, and school was no trouble for him. When he was 14, things started to change. He became disinterested in all the things that he was doing. Just uncooperative, not happy with anything. Anytime we would confront him, nothing worked. He didn't even make it through his freshman year of high school. We finally found out that he was dealing with schizophrenia, and that's why things were going so far south. He was able to get 100 morphine pills, and he took 97 of them. The first doctor we talked to in the emergency room, they just said he wasn't going to make it. My wife Heidi and I, we made a really tough decision to pull him off of life support. 1 hour went by, 2 hours went by, and day 2 came, and he was still breathing, and they decided to move him out of ICU. He just came roaring back. It was a complete miracle. Adam got the help that he needed. Marcy works for United Way. She is an incredible resource. She sent all the information exactly how I needed, and that's how United Way has helped us. They helped us get organized in an area that we had no idea about. For the first time in Adam's adult life, we do have hope. We're just one family out of, millions upon millions. But for our world, it's an exciting world. We're all excited for the future. It's a beautiful thing.
So kind of just in closing, I know everyone this morning got your e-pledge link to get onto the website. So hopefully quickly. It's very user-friendly. There are many ways to get involved with United Way. And so one of those programs would be, this is in your packets, it's really our way of saying thank you, and it's our Caring Club card. So if you give at an annual rate of $144 annually, we mail you a card that's really like a loyalty card that you can use at a number of area establishments in Kansas City. And there's a link on our website that lists all of our partners, and every single day we're getting new partners. And they're restaurant partners such as Hereford House and Pierpont's and Waldo Pizza, Godfather's Pizza, where you actually take your card in and you receive a discount. We also have tickets to sporting events and partners along with the Enterprise rental car. So it covers a plethora of different merchants within Kansas City. But like I mentioned, every day we're signing up new partners. In fact, last week we just got the Intercontinental Hotel to give us discounts on their rooms. So be sure and check that out. And so again, that's our way of saying thank you for your hard-earned dollars by you giving us your hard-earned dollars. We want to offset some of those costs by mailing you a loyalty card and be part of our Caring Club program. Every single penny, dollar helps many people in the Kansas City community. When Renee stated some of the statistics about people living in low income and poverty right here in Johnson County, it's astounding to me that more people live in low income and poverty in Johnson County than they do in Wyandotte County. So right here in our own neighborhood and in our own backyard are many people, families, children that are definitely in need of United Way funded services and programs. There's all different ways to get involved. We also have, there's some brochures that I'm going to leave with Jackie. If you're interested in getting involved in any of our what we call leadership levels of giving, those are some of our affinity-based programs. One program that I'll just highlight is our Young Leadership Society. It's for people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. And then we also have one for Leadership Next for people in their 50s. And if you give an annual contribution of $1,200 annually, you will be part of an affinity program. For young leaders specifically, there's about 2,000 members in Kansas City. And so it's philanthropic, like-minded individuals, I'm sure like yourselves. And there's all different kinds of networking, social engagement, outings that you could be involved in. If you've ever decided you wanted to serve on a nonprofit board, we also take you through certified training to serve on a board. And we know $1,200 is a lot, so we have what's called a step-up program. If you're interested in getting involved, it's a 3-year step-up program. So year 1 is $600 for the whole entire year. Year 2 is $900, and year 3 is $1,200. And then we also recognize that that's still a lot of money to give. So we also do combined household giving. If you happen to have a significant other or a spouse that works at another United Way that is currently residing in your residence, if they give $300 to their employer through United Way and you give $300 year 1, that qualifies you to be part of one of our loyalty programs. So there's really all different levels of giving. We also recognize you in our, anybody that gives out the $1,200 annually, which is included in the Step Up. There's a Leaders in Giving book, so you get recognition in our book as well. And then you can also volunteer. So we always like to say give, advocate, and volunteer. And so if you're ever interested in any volunteer outing or engagement, I definitely can work with Jackie to get that set up for you guys. It's a great team building, or if you just want to volunteer your personal time versus doing it as a company, there's a lot of great, all of our agency partners are always looking for volunteers. So that is also available on our website, so you can see a lot of those opportunities as well. So I thank you for your time today, and I just ask you to consider making generosity a habit, because I know just personally that there are so many people in this community that definitely are less fortunate who could benefit from United Way. So thank you.
Thank you guys for coming, and let's thank our speakers.